Ernesto Bajda, we're thrilled to begin serving in about a week, begin serving your Malbec by the glass. And we're equally thrilled to have you join us today to tell us a little bit about your winery and and this wine that we're going to serve. Thank you so much for your time today. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, Hoyt, and hello everyone on the other side of the screen. Well, in general terms, I would like to make a quick introduction about the Catena family. It's nowadays managed or conducted by Laura Catena, the fourth generation of the Catena family. It all started back in 1902 when Nicola Catena, the immigrant who came from Italy, from La Marque, settled the first vineyard here in Mendoza. Then his son, Domingo Vicente Catena, he made the family winery to be important and one of the most important wineries in Argentina in the times that, because of Italian and Spanish immigration, which is we say that about 75% of the blood in Argentina has some strong links with Italian or Spanish immigration. Nicola brought the winery among the most important wineries in Argentina. And then his son, the third generation, Nicolás Catena Zapata, he really understood by traveling the world and tasting wines and the best wines from all around the world that we had to show our unique terroirs. We had a huge potential to show quality and expression. And he found, after many years of tasting and making wines here in Argentina, that this particular grape brought at the mid-19th centuries, which is the Malbec grape, was the best way to send the message or to transmit the message of each of the terroirs. And this is actually a great example, the wine that you are going to be pouring now at the restaurant. It's a great expression of these differences that you can find by planting the same Malbecs in different situations. Nicolás Catena was the one who put not only the Catena Zapata wines but the Argentine wines in among the best wines of the world, and because of his view and his pioneering view of exploring and understanding our terroirs, is that we finally, about 10-15 years ago, we came to this label that is called Catena Appellations. Nowadays, Nicolas's daughter, Laura Catena, she is the leader of the family winery. Laura, with a very strong approach on science, she's a biologist. She founded the Catena Institute of Wine, which is a research institute inside the winery, and which basically bases their work on exploring and understanding the terroirs that we have, and trying to understand how those wines are going to evolve in the future, how the terroirs can express best what we see and what we measure in each of those vineyards. So this is like the result of all these years and years of planting vineyards here in Mendoza, towards the foothills of the Andes, in the high altitude areas of Mendoza. And this is what makes us unique. If I have to put in general like a synthesis of what makes the wines from Mendoza, and obviously the wines from Catena Zapata, unique compared to other wines in the world, I would say that it's the high altitude dry area conditions. It's a high altitude, cool climate, dry area. And with all the variations that we have because of being towards the foothills of the Andes, in 1 hour you may change 2 or 3 thousand feet in 1 hour driving. I mean, from one vineyard to the other, and that gives you absolutely different conditions and obviously completely different results in the wine. And even nowadays we're studying within the same vineyards, and we see that because we have a huge soil um, variation within the vineyards, and that's also exciting and fantastic. So we are going to be talking specifically about the Catena appellation Vista Flores, but I like to put it this way: one of our first labels to go out from Argentina to the world was our Catena. We call it the Catena Classic or the Catena, which is a label that you probably have seen. We produce a Malbec, we produce a Cabernet Sauvignon, and we produce a Chardonnay under that label. But as I mentioned before, 10, 15 years ago, we decided to start showing the components of those labels. Um, so then we took the most significant appellations that were part of those wines, because those wines are labeled as Mendoza, meaning that they come from different appellations, different areas. And we decided to give one step up in terms of showing regionality, village, let's say, like you will know in France. And we started making these appellation labels, uh, choosing the most representative grapes or wines coming from those appellations that were used on the Catena Clásico label. And actually, the first one to come out, to become real, to become a finished product, was the appellation Vista Flores. Uh, let me show you. Then I will share with you, Hoyt, this same presentation. So if some of you want to take a look, you will see some other information. And this presentation contains all the different appellations, but then you can, Hoyt, you can manage as you want. So um, as you can see down here, you see Argentina. Yes, Argentina. Remember that it's in South America. It's like the southwest part, the southwest uh, part of the cone. It's like a cone, South America. And you will see in darker brown the province of Mendoza. That, as you can see, is in the middle of Argentina, towards the west. Yes, the high part of the map here will be north, the lower part will be south, uh, the west to the left, and the east to the right. On the same line of Mendoza, if you go east, you will find Buenos Aires, yes, our capital city. Um, so what we have here is the Andes Mountains, and the Andes Mountains define the limit between Mendoza, or between Argentina and Chile. Yes. Uh, then on the west side of the border, you will have Chile, which is like a thin territory over here, all over the west of Argentina, and then you have the Pacific Ocean. The In a straight line from Mendoza to the Pacific Ocean, we normally have about 100 to 150 miles in a straight line, but between us and the Pacific, we have a 23,000 feet wall of rocks, which is the Andes Mountains, and this makes ourselves to be growing in very dry conditions and very variable soils, and this is basically because of the effect of the mountain. As you
So
can
tell
see
us,
here,
Nessie, tell
see,
us if you were in the restaurant and a guest asked you to describe the Vista Flores Malbec to them, what would you say?
well, what we have in Vista Flores, as you can see here, we have like two main areas in Mendoza, the historic areas where we have two different appellations, Lulunta and Agrelo, and then over here you will see uh, Tupungato, Vista Flores, La Consulta, San Carlos. All those appellations are from Uco Valley, yes. Vista Flores is in the middle part of Uco Valley. Uco Valley is a valley, a high altitude valley that goes from 3,500 feet above sea level up to 5,000 feet above sea level. And Vista Flores is right in the middle. What we find in Vista Flores is deep loamy soils, about 1.52 meters, that will be 6, 7 feet deep. And below that, you have a very poor, rocky, and like round stones, alluvial soils. So you have a great soil in terms of retention and fertility, but below that you have very poor soils. And because of that and the cooler climate conditions that we have in Vista Flores, uh, the Malbec that comes from there is unique because of the juiciness and the freshness it has, and mostly because of the floral characters. When you talk in general about Malbec, you expect to have plums, dark fruit, and violet flowers. And Vista Flores has always been our floral component, meaning floral as this violet flower notes and darker fruit characters. And that is explained because of the deep soil and that the vines can grow happily, yes, without any um, strong restriction or sun exposure because of maybe some poorer soils. They will have weakness, and that will expose the fruit more to the sun. In Vista Flores, you have a perfect balance between shaded grapes with enough sun because of the altitude effect, but at the same time, below this rich soil or deep soil, you will have a poor soil that balances the vigor of the plants beautifully. And it's been always, like I said, our fresh and violet floral component on the Catena Clásico blend. So we decided to keep the most significant expression of Vista Flores Malbecs to bottle them separate and to make this Vista Flores appellation, Catena Vista Flores appellation Malbec.
That was just perfect. Thank you so much. I promised you I wouldn't ask you to sing today, so I won't ask you to sing today,
No,
neither opera nor the Argentine national anthem.
okay,
Maybe
no,
next time. And
okay,
and
great. Whenever
please
you want.
please make a trip. Please make a trip to Minnesota so we can do something
I
here in the restaurant with you and your
I
wonderful
will.
wives.
I love Minnesota. I always have very good time when I go there.
And tell Loud I
Okay.
said hello. Please tell Loud I
Okay.
said hello.
Yeah.
Thank
Okay.
you, Nesty.
Bye.